Class, your teacher is back again, and this time let me take this opportunity to greet whoever is online and whoever is watching right now from different countries we're in. Yes, this is the Gajimi official. I'm back again. Today we are in the theme living together in Uganda, that is primary 5 work. Today let's visit that theme and see what is already also talked about there. So as you are seeing, that is a sketch map of Uganda. It's really a sketch map of Uganda showing some of the physical features. In the previous video where we were talking about the physical features of Africa, we defined a physical feature and also defined or we mentioned some of the forms of physical features. So I may not repeat that. You just go and make a revision over that. You find out their definition of those forms and examples of each. So this is now Uganda, which is located in East Africa, and Uganda is located in a continent called Africa, and Africa is the second largest continent in the world. As you are seeing the qualities, and this is good for primary 5 learners, you can see the qualities of a good map. So when you draw a map missing some of the qualities we are going to mention, it may look awkward, it may look not good. Then the first thing we have to talk about, you look at this. This is now a compass direction. You know its importance. We can tell the direction of different places on a map using a compass direction, and the compass rests in the northern direction. We can also talk about a key. Look at this key of ours. A key interprets map symbols. In other words, it helps us to avoid overcrowdedness on a map. So when we look at these, wherever you see this, it is also there on the map. But we can't write each and everything on a map. So we use a key to interpret it. Look what this heading. It is saying a sketch map of Uganda showing physical features. That means that any learner who is going to learn will really know what the map is all about. So a title tells a map reader what the map is all about. So this map of Uganda is about the physical features of Uganda. Look at the scale. A scale calculates the actual ground distance. The actual ground distance on a map. We have to locate how many square kilometers are represented on a map in the actual sense, because we can't fit all things on a map. We can't draw the whole Uganda on a map, the real Uganda map. So we use a scale to know the actual distance. And we can also talk about the boundary. Look at the boundary or a frame or the borderline. So a good map should also be with that element of a borderline to enclose the map and makes the map look really so nice. Yeah. Now the physical features of Uganda, we can look at the drainage one, those ones that appear in form of water. This was just a map which was sketched by Jimmy, the one talking right now, your teacher. Look at this. This is a drainage feature. And this is the lake we know as Lake Victoria, which covers the largest part. Okay, its largest part is in this country called Tanzania. And Tanzania is the neighboring country of Uganda in the southern direction. Then we have this smallest part, which is found in Kenya. So the second largest part of Lake Victoria is found in Uganda. So the country that neighbors Uganda in the east, that is none other than Kenya. Then in the west, that is Democratic Republic of the Congo. Then in the north, that is South Sudan. And in the southwestern direction, that is Rwanda, whose capital city is Kigali. Then let's be back on our on our where we ended. We're talking about Lake Victoria. This lake attracted so many European explorers who came to Uganda, and more so there was another feature that was coming out of this. Look at this feature. Who can tell me the name of this feature or the part of this feature? Okay, I'll not. Let me ease your work. Though you have to make a lot of research when you are studying. It's not about every time the teacher giving you answers, but it's all about you to have self-discovery. This is River Nile, but River Nile has sections or parts. We have the first part known as the Victoria Nile. So this part which runs out of, or that flows from Lake Victoria at the source in Ginger, then it goes into Lake Victoria, into Lake Choga, and pours its water in this lake called Lake Albert. So that part is called the Victoria Nile. Then there's that part that comes out of it, which we numbered number 6. That part is called the Albert, or the Albert Nile. Sorry, the Albert Nile. That is from Lake Erie, sorry, Lake Albert to Nimuli. Nimuli, that is Uganda, South Sudan border. Then it continues up to when it pours its water in the Mediterranean Sea. You go back in the previous video, you'll see what we call the Mediterranean Sea and how River Nile ends there. So the longest river in the whole world is called River Nile. Let's go through so many other rivers in Uganda. We have this one. There is this river called River Mporogoma, River Manafwa. We have Sezibwa. We have River Kafu, River Achwa. And we have another one which forms a natural boundary between Uganda and Tanzania. That is River Kagera, and so many others. Then lakes we have, this is the swampiest lake in Uganda, that is Lake Choga. We have this one found in the Rift Valley, the Western Rift Valley. But hope you can also see that Rift Valley and how it moves. That is Lake Albert, where oil has been discovered. Then we have this one which is crossed by the equator. We have 2 lakes in Uganda crossed by the equator, which is marked 0 degrees, and those lakes are Victoria and George. So when you're drawing at the equator, they draw the map of Uganda and put the equator there. Make sure that the equator crosses Lake George and Lake Victoria. We have this one which forms a natural boundary between Uganda Democratic Republic of the Congo, that is none other than Lake Edward. So they can also mention any one political importance of Lake Edward. Then they can also ask about this mountain. How is it politically important to Uganda? That is Mount Elgon. We have another mountain here, Mount Renzori. How is it also politically important? And so many others. We have so many other lakes. Can you mention Lake A, B, C, D? Make research. We have also a river that comes out of Lake George and pours its water in Lake Victoria. What is the name of that river? Thank you, my class. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. May God bless you. We meet as we shall be talking about the relief features of Uganda. Remember, such videos are good for learners who are taking or who are ready to sit for their examination, and when they are found in African countries, specifically in Uganda, East Africa as a region, plus Africa as a world. Thank you. May God bless you.